Behind every great work of art is a great artist, and behind every great artist is another great artist. You're doing great work, but sometimes you run into challenges or you're not quite yet where you want to be. So who are you going to call? Your mentor. But how do you even find a mentor? Stand out on the street with the mentor wanted sign? In this video, we'll talk about how to find the right mentor for you. Hi, I'm Jeff Katurba. I'm an author, speaker, and creativity coach. And on this channel, we talk about the creative process and overcoming obstacles so you can follow your dreams. If you find this video helpful, be sure to give it a like. And for more content on creativity, be sure to subscribe. Look, finding a mentor can be challenging, even intimidating. You have skills and talent and you work hard, and you know deep inside that you could do even more if you just had the right person to talk to. No matter what you do, designer, musician, entrepreneur, and no matter where you are in your career, having a mentor in your corner can be so important. It can take you to the next level. Without a mentor, we might not progress as quickly as we'd like, or maybe not at all. And a mentor will help you get there fast. And that's valuable, precious time that we could spend on our creativity, on putting even more beauty into the world. A mentor can guide you on your journey and give you insights into whatever industry you're in. A mentor can help identify the things that you do really well already, and also the areas where you need improving. Your mentor can be a cheerleader, but more than a cheerleader, your mentor can give you constructive criticism. The creative process can sometimes be lonely. Often we work in isolation, and even when we're around other people, we're still working in our own heads, and that can be a really lonely process. And you think, oh, if I could just call someone who understands the work that I'm doing, who has been where I am right now, and who is where I want to be. If I could just call up that person, maybe go get a cup of coffee or get on a Zoom call to just say, hey, I'm stuck. What should I do next? Or I'm feeling a little bit lost. I don't know what to do. I don't know where I'm going. When I was starting out as a cartoonist, I had the opportunity to meet a really well-known cartoonist. And I asked him if he'd look at my work. This is somebody that I admired, and the idea that he was looking at my work was like mind-blowing. I was so excited about it. He looked at my work and he said, "You're doing a great job." He handed my work back, and that was it. And I felt great for about 5 minutes. Yes, it felt flattering, but it really didn't help me get to the next level, to where I wanted to be. I wanted to be where he was, or at least as close as I could be to where he was. And so I was frustrated. I was hungry. I was working hard, but I wanted to get better, and I didn't know how. So I wrote to another cartoonist whose work I respected. He wasn't anywhere as well known as that first cartoonist, but I really liked his work. And I wrote to him, and I made myself vulnerable, and I said, hey, I'm just starting out. I don't really know what to do next and how to get better. Would you be willing to look at my work? And he said yes. After a few phone calls, we actually had a chance to meet. I drove to his town, we went to lunch, and he gave me notes on my cartoons. He would give me feedback, and he would say, hey, you're doing this part really well. Don't worry about that. Here's an area where you can develop. Here's an area that you can improve on. And he would give me very specific things to work on, to look at, to research, to think about, to practice. It was sort of like having a teacher, sort of like having homework, but yet on a more friendly basis, more conversational basis. And we could just kind of talk things out, and he would hear what's in my heart and where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do with my work. And he would listen very kindly and very patiently, listen to what I had to say, and then give me feedback and give me responses and give me things to work on. He challenged me. He challenged me, but he encouraged me, and he helped make me a better cartoonist. And thanks to my mentor, I progressed more quickly, and maybe I wouldn't have even progressed to the point that I did without his help. How do I find that person to talk to? There's an old saying, the teacher will appear when the student is ready. Your teacher, your mentor, can't find you unless you're in a position to be found. Put yourself out there. Make yourself available. Put yourself in situations where you'll be around others who do what you do. Those who get it, those who have the experience, those who are where you want to be. Be around other like-minded creatives. Get to know people. Develop relationships. Develop authentic relationships. Connect in a human way. And that's just satisfying anyway, beyond the creative process, to connect with other human beings. Build relationships that are meaningful, not transactional. And you might meet someone you think, oh, that person could be my mentor. Just because they're really good at what they do doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be the best mentor for you. This is where listening and observing can be so important. Get a sense of that other person. Kindness and generosity can often be even more important than being mentored by the person who is the very best at what they do. Yes, again, you want someone who's accomplished, someone who has reached their goals, but also someone who is kind and generous and thoughtful. And if you're already doing good work and you have passion and you're vulnerable, that potential mentor will see that in you. So seek out and reach out, maybe on Instagram or LinkedIn or on Threads. See if you can find other people who do what you do. And especially if it's so unique and specific, they're likely to respond in a positive way to say, hey, there's someone else doing this very specific thing that I do. I want to help them. More than anything, ask. Simply ask. Ask for help. It sounds simple and it can be intimidating and scary, but just ask. Put yourself out there. Imagine where you want to be one day. You want to be where that other person is. Ask. And if that other person is truly passionate about what they do and they see that passion, that drive in you, they will respond with kindness. And maybe they can't help you at that moment, but maybe they'll know someone else who can. When you're met with challenges or you're not quite where you'd like to be with your creative endeavors, it's time to find a mentor. No matter where you are in your career, at one time or another, we all need a mentor. Someone you can just call up, someone you can talk to, someone who can give you wise counsel. When you put yourself out there around other like-minded creatives, it's a wonderful opportunity to connect with other human beings who do what you do. And when you connect with others, that's an opportunity for you to ask for help. Remember, when the student is ready, the teacher or the mentor will appear. Show up, do the work, and put yourself out there in a place where you can be found by your mentor. And mentors can change over time. You might have 1 or 2 or 3 mentors at once, and later on you might be working on something else and might need to seek out and find yet another mentor. When you find your mentor, you'll feel less isolated. Your mentor will see things in your work that maybe you can't see, the things you're already doing well in those areas that need improvement. Your mentor will help guide you more quickly to where you want to be than if you were just working by yourself. And now you'll be even closer to your goals, pursuing your dreams and passions, those things you're truly meant to do. And look, there's always going to be someone who's further along than you are, but likewise, you're always going to be further along than someone else. Maybe one day you could also become a mentor. So remember, show up and do the work, but also put yourself out there. Seek out others who do what you do and do it well. Build those authentic relationships. Be vulnerable and ask. And maybe one day someone will ask you. And hey, if you're looking for a mentor, leave that in the comments. Or maybe you'd like to mentor someone, leave a comment. Remember, if you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a like. And for more content on creativity, be sure to subscribe. We're all creative. You're creative. Keep on creating and go find a mentor.